Banka gaufi le wena ka FNB Cash Plus Agent. Tsenya madi mo letloleng la FNB. Tsaya madi mo letloleng la FNB. Tsaya e-wallet. Reka airtime le motlakase. Etela Cash Plus Agent e gaufi le wena. Go na le melawana. FNB, how can we help you?
Dumela Motswana Wetho, and welcome to Real Estate with Nelta. Today we're going to be discussing investing on a budget. Real estate investment is typically viewed as an investment that takes money in order for you to make. But joining me in studio today to dispel this myth is Mr. Umesh Luna, who is the CEO of Apex Properties. Welcome to the show, Mr. Umesh Luna.
Thank you so much.
So can you just tell us a bit about what real estate investment is?
I think for me, what brought me into real estate when I learned how to use other people's money to make money.
Because it takes money to make money, and you need to get someone else's. So what did you do?
So for me, I think today I'm talking of maybe after 15 years of my cumulative experiences. There's something called wealth triangle. How to build wealth. It's a science. So when you start your career, we always think economics or money world, it's more of hassle,
right.
It's more of magic. But I think the more you learn, now you want to balance hassle, magic and the science.
What is the science?
So for me, it's three things. One, you need to have your personal income. You need to be able to do something which keep increasing your personal income every year. So if you're getting a salary today, 10,000, you need to say, what is that I can do in my personal development? What new skills? What is that new course? What is that I can do which will increase my personal salary, personal income next year by 5, 10, 20%?
Right.
So I personally, from last 7-8 years, invest part of my income on my personal development. I'm always doing some course, always sharpening the skill.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be academic, right?
Yes, it doesn't have to be. So it's about personal development because everything will be built around you.
Right.
You are the creator of your own destiny.
Right.
So you need to take that responsibility that you need to grow your personal value. So that comes, from your skill, that comes from your ethics, work ethics, that comes from your commitment to do something which will unlock the real value. So I think that's where it begins.
Right.
And then you have to learn how to grow the money. So I think that's where the property comes in, You need to learn how to invest where it can grow. And then you have to have some cash flow because even in property investment, there can be a recession, there can be a bad phase. Then you need to learn.
There's an economic cycle.
Yes. Then you need to know how to survive in recession. So I think once you understand that three aspects, it makes life easier to build yourself up in the direction of building wealth.
Is it fair to say that you are self-taught and you learned how to invest in real estate? Because I hear you making mention of how you need to learn. How can a Motswana learn investing in real estate?
Yeah, so like me, I used to hate schools until my degree. I never really paid attention. It was more just like fun.
To get it out of the way also.
Yeah. But when, the real life came in, I got married, more responsibilities, and I started realizing that you need to take life more serious. And then I started, like falling in love with learning. So now I'm a student of life. I like to learn every day because that's what keeps you, relevant to the context every day. Yeah. So yes, I'm self-taught, but on the same time, it's difficult to say self-taught because we also learn from other people who are willing to share
yes.
and learn,
and possibly having mentors as well.
Yes.
So what are the options that Motswana has at home, one who wants to start investing in real estate? Because earlier you did give an example of how if you have a personal salary income of say 10,000, then you need to see how you can keep on making more, and then when you have enough, you can start investing in real estate. So what would you advise a Motswana to do in order for them to start investing in real estate with a limited income?
So you see, for me, the first thing, always it's about your best friends. You need to first have 5 in your close circle, your 5 friends, people who understand investment, people who understand if you want to do property, people who understand property investment.
And possibly are on the same journey as you as well.
Not really, but people who are willing to share. So in your close circles, you need to have 5 people of what you want to do, because that is the energy you will rub. So if you don't have that, it's going to be always hard, because then you'll end up paying school fees in real life when you can actually, reduce your school fees by having 5 people in your close circle who can share the experiences and advise you and mentor you. So for me, I think it's not about just understanding the investment, but also understanding in real life what works, the personality and the attitude. So it's about also your personality, that if can you get the right 5 friends in your close circle.
Yes.
Yeah. So like for me, my best friends are always people who are into investment space or into banking space, because anything you need to, use bank's money.
Right.
Yes.
Like you said, other people's money.
Yeah.
And how does real estate fare in comparison to other investment vehicles? We're looking at shares, we're looking at stocks and bonds. How does real estate investment share?
So when I say use other people's money to make money, it means you have to understand what options are there to use other people's money. So for me in Botswana, you can only leverage through the banks. If you own shares, nobody's gonna give you money against shares.
Right. But at the same time, the banks also require you to have a certain income before they can lend you money.
Yes. So that's where your personal salary income comes in. So first you have to have some net worth of yourself, which is being reflected in your salary.
Now, let me give you a scenario, Umesh. I'm going to take the average 25-year-old. They're probably earning an income of 5,000 pula every month, but they're interested in venturing into real estate.
Yes.
How do they start? How do they get the banks to loan them money? How can they use that 5,000 to elevate them, to enable them to be able to purchase property?
So I think somebody, starting with 5,000 pula can be very difficult to start into investment, because it means you only have maybe 2,000 to 3,000 available
Disposable.
for a mortgage or something. So I think they need to maybe start with first personal development. How can they reach from 5 to 10,000? What is that they can do in the next year or 2? So that should be the first step.
Right.
Yeah.
And for first-time investors, before we go for a commercial break, what are the things that they need to look for in terms of investment? What are good properties in Botswana? Looking at the urban, the rural areas, what should one look for?
So for me, I get all the answers from just one economic principle, which is demand and supply.
Right.
So it doesn't matter what business you play, it's always about demand and supply. So you need to understand what is the gap between demand and supply on every location, every street, every node. So the reason we say location, it's about location, meaning the area, then you go into street, then you go into the node, meaning a particular corner in the street. So you need to understand how market behaves differently into macro and micro economics.
Yeah.
So that's where you'll get an answer. But in Botswana perspective, we have a very small population, but if you look at urban migration, it's only happening in Gaborone. I haven't heard somebody will say I want to migrate to Francistown, Palape.
What do you think could be the reason?
Because the economic activities are only in gaps. So either you are a citizen or you are a foreigner, everybody wants to come and settle in gaps, because this is the only real city we have in Botswana.
Wouldn't it be a good idea, though, to invest in those areas that people are not yet interested in?
But will there be urban migration? Will ever demand grow than the supply?
I mean, right now, Palape is a hot topic. People are foreseeing a boom in Palape. Would it be a wise decision to invest there?
So for me, there's 2 values. There's perceived value, there's a real value. So somebody who does not understand can make a decision on a perceived value on the hype you see. But real value is when you understand the demand and supply gaps. So personally, we even as Apex Properties open an office in Palape, and we didn't have that experience where the demand was more than the supply. Only thing which maybe we have seen few shopping malls coming up in Palape.
And the university.
Yeah, and university, and has created a bit of demand, but I don't think it is at that level where somebody can say there's going to be an economic boom, because urban migration still is in gaps. So even in people, in Palape, they all visit Gaborone at least once a month.
Right.
So even if they want to shop, they have options now, so they'll only shop something in Palape for convenience. But when they are looking for a dress for a wedding or some special occasion, they'll come to Gaborone,
That'll have to bring us to the end of our first session.
Yeah.
We'll be right back after the commercial break.
Thank you.
Nora Cosmetics gives you the confidence that you have been looking for. We have products ranging from mascara that will make your eyes dazzle the onlookers and the high quality highlighter palette that just completes the look. We also have the cream to powder foundation, which you can choose from Virtuous, Black Queen, and Royal Highness. Also, be spoiled for choice on a wide color range of lipstick. Update your look? Visit our shop at Airport Junction. Nora Cosmetics. Simply elegant.
Banka gaufi le wena ka FNB Cash Plus Agent. Tsenya madi mo letloleng la FNB. Tsaya madi mo letloleng la FNB. Tsaya e-wallet. Reka airtime le motlakase. Etela Cash Plus Agent e gaufi le wena. Go na le melawana. FNB, how can we help you?
Ke mo gopola e le mme wa molwantwa yo ikaegileng ka tumelo. Ke eletsa go tsweledisa fa e emeng teng.
Dipalo di ka tswa di le ko tlase, mme le rona borre re amiwa ke kankere ya lebele.
My name is Sarah. I have learned that taking action is much better than living in fear.
Welcome back to Real Estate with Nalta, and I'm still here in studio with Mr. Umesh Luna, who is the CEO of Apex Properties, which is one of our leading real estate firms in Botswana. We're still discussing investing on a budget, and he is here to give us more tips on what to look out for when you're looking at investing in Botswana. Now, Mr. Umesh, you have been discussing, well, before the break, we discussed how you need to keep learning, and you made mention of personal development. How can a Botswana in the rural areas, or one who doesn't necessarily have access to financial literacy books or mentors who are willing to teach them or who know what real estate is about, how can someone like that get assistance? How can they learn how to invest in real estate with limited resources?
Yeah, so you see, first, if you want to learn a game, you have to go to the play field. So it's hard for somebody to sit.
You need to immerse yourself in it.
So you need to understand the pulse of the game and be there, So I think in Botswana, for anybody to learn real stuff, they have to migrate to gaps,
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Otherwise, they'll always be limited with limited exposure, and the chances of making mistakes are high. Yeah.
And we also have people in the rural areas who have foreign investors coming to them and say, let me buy your property for, say, 10,000 pula, but in fact that property is worth much more than that, maybe $1 million, 100,000 pula. Yeah. What protection is there for Botswana out there? And is there a place where Botswana can reach out to ask for advice when it comes to selling their properties?
Yeah, I guess that's why we have professionals, That's why we have Real Estate Agent Botswana, REAC, our professional members are here to assist. So they just need to engage the right people to help them. Yeah.
And real estate is also, it's popular throughout the world.
Yeah.
And we also have real estate investment trusts. Is that something that we have here in Botswana?
No, I think we don't have REITs and things like that yet. We do have real estate property listed companies in our stock exchange, but we don't have any other forms yet.
And is investing in those stock exchange listed companies good? Do you think it's a worthy investment? Would you advise someone to invest in those?
So you see, for me, any investment, I see like horse racing. So which horse will you bet?
Right.
For me, I always want to bet on a fast racing horse. So because I'm active, in real estate, so I have to. For me, it's a question of, do I trust myself as a jockey or do I trust other jockeys better than me?
Right.
So for now, I think I'm a better jockey for myself. So I never invest in listed companies in Botswana Stock Exchange in real estate.
But I mean, for someone who doesn't have the money, wouldn't it be a good stepping stone?
So I think it's not really a question of money. I think it's a question of, how do you grow your money? So if you are not able to grow yourself, then you can give it to the other jockey to grow it for you.
Right.
But now if you take a responsibility of personal development and learning, then I'm sure you can figure out how to grow that money. But if you don't have that, energy to grow, then yes, rather than parking it, put it somewhere.
And I think also with limited knowledge, you can also look at engaging a financial advisor to help you with that, or that's something that you wouldn't advise against. Because some people are a bit more passive. They're not as active as you. They'd rather give someone who's a professional to help them with the investment.
Yes. So, it's different investors types, different segments, So it depends. But now when you talk of, average people, then it means we are talking about people, not about institutions. But people, if they want to grow, they have to go through a bit of painful process of also learning in life.
Right.
You can't always be passive, because what guarantee we have passive will make money? Because if you look at even like now where Choppy stocks is, everybody thinks, the stocks will make money, but they can also tank, because every business
like we're
is
seeing
about
now,
profit and loss. So one way or the other, you will have to be, force yourself to learn and take your destiny in your own control. Yeah.
And let's look at Botswana now as a whole. I want us to take a look at the residentials, the commercials, and the industrials, agricultural, and tourism sectors. What sectors and locations would you think are a hot investment topic and somewhere that someone should actually look at and consider investing in?
So you see, like even for this, I get the answer from demand and supply. So you need to understand what is the demand of residential, which comes from our population. If our population is 2 million, how many houses do we need in Botswana? Maybe.
So where is the demand in Gaborone? If you're going to give that as an example. Gaborone and Greater Gaborone.
Yeah. So you need to understand, if let's say there's 2 million people, but maybe we only need 500 houses or 1 million houses, where are those houses, So then you zoom down. If urban, they say 60% of Botswana population is within 60 kilometers of Gaborone.
Yes.
So now they need housing. And how many people are migrating every year to Gaborone or Greater Gaborone? And if those migration is, let's say, 20,000 per annum, what income level of those 20,000 is?
Right.
And that's where you get the answer. So if those guys are coming here with 2,000 pula per month or 10,000 per month salary, and then you work backward the capex, and then that's where you'll get the answer.
Right. Because, some still feel that Gaborone is a little oversaturated, and maybe buying a house in Gaborone is more expensive than it would be in, say, Francistown, Maun, or Palape. So others who are not looking into Gaborone, they still need to put into consideration the demand and supply that you're talking about, correct?
So you see, like now, that's where you also need to appreciate these economic cycles.
Yes.
A typical economic cycle can be 15 to 25 years.
And this varies from town to town.
Yes, town to town. So if you look at even Francistown, it's going through bigger recession than even GAPS, because what is an economy of Francistown? It's mines. Now when mines are closed, not doing well, it means the whole Francistown is dead. What is, today life of Piquet? So you have to understand that these economic cycles will also come in different cities differently. But the only one city which will not be hit by such cycle is gaps, because we're not only relying on mining, we also have administration here, we also have many other industries to support Gaborone. So Gaborone will have less economic cycles like other town. So when you invest today, you're not looking at today, you're looking at 10, 20 years.
Yes.
Because even you're going into debt for 20 years. So you have to understand, I'm going into debt for 20 years, which town can give me a comfort for 20 years? So I don't feel that there's better towns than gaps or greater gaps in Botswana, because those towns will always have their own cycles. Now, then we have our own life challenges, So what if your life challenges is not rightly aligned with the economic cycle and you want to exit an investment, and unfortunately that's a bad year, then all your 10 years of hard work is going to waste.
Right. Now, we're just going to wrap up our conversation now. I just have one last question for you, and I want you to give us your opinion on how we can expand our real estate market from not being so zoomed in into Gaborone, but also to other areas of Botswana.
So that, the answer is with the macroeconomics, because our job is to align our microeconomic to the macro.
Yes.
So we need to understand other towns, where is the macroeconomics growing? Where there's a growth, we will go.
Thank you so much, Mr. Umesh. It's been such a pleasure having you in studio. I hope that you at home have learned quite a lot from Mr. Umesh. If you need to contact him for more information, or if you need to sell or buy your property, you can do so. Apex Properties. Thank you for for being in the show with us, and it's been an absolute pleasure. See you next time.
Thank you so much.
Botswana Hotspots brings you internet for everyone. When on the go, our hotspot zones enable you to share each moment. Be it a dash to the mall, or maybe an assignment submission, students. You can even catch up on e-disky results at the bus rank with your mates. One latte, maybe, ladies, as you catch up on your emails at a cafe with a hotspot. But most importantly, at the end of every journey, our hotspots keep you connected with your loved ones from all parts of Botswana. Now you can enjoy reliable internet at hotspots in Botswana. Botswana Hotspots, internet for everyone.
Banka gaufi le wena ka FNB Cash Plus Agent. Tsenya madi mo letloleng la FNB. Tsaya madi mo letloleng la FNB. Tsaya e-wallet. Reka airtime le motlakase. Etela Cash Plus Agent e gaufi le wena. Go na le melawana. FNB, how can we help you?